Hello everyone. I have some packages from Japan. There's been a lot of pre-orders I've done and they are starting to arrive. There's a video from HobbyLink Japan that'll be coming up pretty soon where I got a whole bunch of Mecha Collie ships. Because with my limited time frame, with work being such a bear as of late, the Mecha Collie ships look like something I can work and get some progress done up here. I've got a couple other projects I'm trying to work on that are short and easy to get at. Not to mention, I've been working with the girls and trying to teach them a few different art techniques. I'll show you some of that at the end of this video. This is from Tokyo Model Detective, Darren. And what have we got in this box? There's two boxes. He put them in separate boxes to save shipping. And it saved me almost $10, which I'm very appreciative of. You know, some places wouldn't do that. We got the Death Star attack set. That's all that's in this box. This is a big, big box. And we're going to open it up and see what this is. Because I've been curious. I wanted to see what this is. I want to see what this looks like. What is in this box? Okay. What is in this box is a tiny little X-Wing. In other words, it is in scale with the box scale X-Wings. Like this one. Okay? Now that's a resistance fighter, I know it, but that's okay. I have others. If I look around here, I can find them fairly quickly if I have tried. For example, just doing a quick grab, we have these two. Well, if that is in scale with this, well then I've got half my diorama right there. And there's one of these too. So it wouldn't be too easy to add some ships to it. I want to know how big this thing is, so we're going to take a look. Again, up front you have the little box scale X-Wing, but it's set up differently. It's set up on one big sprue. So it might actually be a slightly different molding. It comes with stickers. I don't know if that's going to come with decals. It looks like it's only stickers. I'd have to open the bag to know for sure. Which I don't really want to open the bag with these engines the way they are. They're pretty small, thin, delicate moldings. So I don't know if I want to open the bag. They're more protected in that bag. But that looks only like stickers. Then you get Star Wars bases. We have Star Wars base 19. We get the Ion Tower. And you get another Star Wars base 12. I'm almost willing to bet you get a whole bunch of different Star Wars bases in here, along with the mounts that go on the Star Wars bases. There's the torpedo hole. There's another Star Wars base. There's some more. And you get a duplicate sprue right here. And you get two of these guys. And you get a bunch of connectors. So basically, you get a whole bunch of the Star Wars bases that you would get with the X-Wing and various other ships. And you're just going to connect them together to make the Star Wars attack set. First thing you do is build the X-Wing. Let me do this. Let me set down what's in my hands and let me pick this up. So when you first open it, you get a sprue map, which is nice. And then you build the X-Wing, which doesn't take too much. There is some English on here, so that's not too bad. You build your X-Wing up. Then you start building the Death Star surface. And this is where all the little tiles come in. Okay? And it looks like it is 4 tiles long, 2 tiles wide, and 1 tile high. So that means there would be there's 12 tiles, and that's what it looks like you get. Okay? And again, you're putting the tiles together, and you're putting together the turbo laser too. I wonder if this is a turbo laser that came with the A-Wing model. I might try to find that A-Wing and take a look. I'm looking to see if I see it over there, and I don't. So it could be anywhere in this house. Oh, I know where it is. It's behind the TV. I'm not going to dig that out real quick, but I'm pretty sure it is. You have your little connectors that go on the bottom to connect them together, and you end up building a fairly decent sized trench run. Now it's telling you can add a Y-Wing, an X-Wing right here at the end. It's showing you how. And I know I'm going through this pretty quick, but it is a pretty quick build from the looks of it. Okay? And then you have your markings guide. And I don't know if those are stickers. Let me set that down so I can take a look. See what this says. Apply stickers. So there's stickers. Okay. I think there's someone who makes decals for this little scale ship, which would be much better than these stickers. Those decals would have to be printed on white and cut quickly. Masking and painting I don't think would be too horrible, but it's a small ship, so it'll be fun. But there's a quick look at what's inside this box. It's just a whole bunch of Star Wars bases. Now I'm looking over here real fast to see if I can find one of the Star Wars models, and I have one of these Star Wars bases from Bandai, and I got one in my hand pretty fast. Let's open it up and see if it is one of the generic bases. Okay. Right here we have the Y-wing. Beautiful Y-wing, which I need some time to build. Yep, it looks like it is just the generic base from this. They just collected them all into one box. So there you go. I'm almost willing to bet that turbo laser tower is the same one that you would find in the A-Wing kit. I'm not going to dig the A-Wing kit out because, again, it's behind my TV. And if you know, oh yeah, it's definitely behind the TV. And there's like 10 models stacked on top of it. So I'm a little ill-prepared. But then again, I haven't had a lot of free time lately. There's a quick look at what's inside the Death Star attack set. It's one of the box scale. I think it's what? 1/44 scale X-Wings with a whole bunch of the Star Wars bases from the various model kits. You get 2 identical bags of this. You get a bag of connectors, extra connectors. You get 2 identical bags of this. You get your turbo laser tower with a base, and this a couple of bases there. This turbo laser tower probably is the same one that came with the Y-wing. And then you get an X-wing, a 1/44 scale X-wing, and I'm sure this is all 1/44 scale. Kind of cool of Bandai to do this. There's a look at the box art. Okay. Kind of cool of Bandai to do this. Let's see what we get. It comes with newly designed eye joints to reproduce Death Star trench structure. I can't read anything. I'm getting old. Gotta have cheaters. Okay, that's what it says right there. Right here, it says the Death Star surface structures have been recreated in elaborate detail based on film materials. We get a wings. It says wings. Wings open and close. We get our turbo laser. We get stickers for various different 1, 3, and 5. We get the X-Wing Starfighter. Ship's components have been recreated in great detail. It looked that way with a quick glance. The kit recreates the scene where the Red Squadron race their X-Wing starfighters towards the Death Star's exhaust port. And we have the Death Star surface right here. Okay, it shows all the tiles put together. On this side over here, it's just showing some photos of the model. Another Death Star surface. It shows the X-Wing starfighter. Then the stickers you get. Okay, and again, I'm pretty sure someone sells decals for these. I'll have to look, but I'm pretty sure they do. Let's see what's in this other box. Let's see what we got here. The blade on this knife is pretty worn out, so it's not cutting anything really critical, I think. It's not really cutting anything at all from the looks of it. I can't even get in this box. There we go. I got a foothold. Once there's a foothold, you can get inside. Okay. First up, we have the X-Wing and Y-Wing Starfighter, 1/44 scale. So, if you bought this set, you go both an X-Wing and Y-Wing, so now I have 2 X-Wings and a Y-Wing I could put in that trench. And that Y-Wing, if you look at that right there, is phenomenally done. I wonder if that's the same Y-Wing as our little box scale kit here. Probably is. Let's take a look, because I got the box scale kit in hand right here, and it's sealed. I wonder why that was sealed. I never opened this one, that's why. I got a couple of these little Y-Wing box scales. Of course, they come with stickers, which is nice. Most of the Mechacallis don't come with stickers. And without opening this, there we go. Oh yeah, it's the same detail. There's the same part on both. Okay? And if you take a look at that, the molding on this, it's the same. Outstandingly done. So with this little kit here, if you haven't bought any of the box scale kits, you can buy the X-Wing and Y-Wing and box scale in one box. That's all this is. It's X-Wing and Y-Wing and box scale. So I got like 3 or 4 of these X-Wings and 3 or 4 of these Y-Wings, so I can play around with them. I can build a couple, not build a couple, whatever I feel like doing. Build them, sticker them, build them, paint them. Build one, give it to Miri, and watch her destroy it. And you can see I got a couple of these. He sends me these all the time. They're fun to open and see what's inside them. So let me open one of those, and I know some of you see the Millennium Falcon down there. The Lando Calrissian version. I'm just going to open one of these. They're basically the box art. Okay? From the Bandai model set. I've got 1 or 2 of them open over here already. So this one had these 3, the X-Wing, the Y-Wing, and the A-Wing. This is one he sent me earlier. Darth Vader, the AT-AT, and a Snow Speeder. I have a couple more of these. Let's see what this one is. Looks like I got a duplicate. The X-Wing, the Y-Wing, and an A-Wing. I mean, there's no telling what's in it until you open it, and it says not for sale on there, so the only way to get them, I think, is, well, from Japan. I've never seen these in the U.S. I'm probably committing some sort of collector sin by actually opening. Yep, I got another one. Probably the last one is the same, too. I'm not going to open it. X-Wing, Y-Wing, and A-Wing. Okay, so it shows the front and the back of the box. Let's get this last guy out of here so we can see what's there. Ought to be some sort of card game based off these. Yeah, I know this movie is being counted as a flop by Disney, and in part because people were boycotting it. They were boycotting it because of The Force Awakens and what that woman did to The Force Awakens. If you don't know what woman I'm talking about, do some reading. You'll figure it out pretty quick. She's the one who made t-shirts that says The Force is female. This is a big box for the 144 scale Falcon. Let me see, I got a 144 scale Falcon laying around here someplace really easy to get to. I know I do. Because I just bought it. Isn't that what happens? You go looking for something and you cannot find it. I know it's not, well, I see one up at the top, way up at the top up there. But I've got 2 144 Falcons by Bandai. I went to Eagle Quest in Dallas, and Squadron was selling a 144th Bandai Falcon for, I think, right at $30. And I just couldn't resist paying $30 for a second one, because that was pretty cheap. Well, I don't find it real quick. Let me just get the one from the top. It'll take me a second. This is what I get for being old. It's fun to get up and down on stairs and stuff. But I have the 144th Falcon from The Force Awakens here. Okay? And it's in a completely different kind of box. And you can see it's a smaller box. Now, I've opened this one for a kit review earlier. There's some photo etch for it, too. And I don't think I actually took them out of the bags, but I do have some photo etch for this guy. So we can take a quick look and compare the two. It's going to make this kind of a long video, but I think some of you will find it worth it. Now, I don't have the Revel version of this thing. I didn't want to buy it. I'm not going to lie. I just didn't want to buy the Revel version of it. But the box art shows the Falcon. I don't know how I feel about this Falcon. I mean, they had to start somewhere with it, but it's just weird. It has this nose piece, and the nose piece is detachable. Okay, so there's your box art. Quick run down to the box art. Most of you want to see the inside, right? So there it is on the inside. It is very different than this little guy over here. Okay? I bet some of the parts are the same and some are different. Like, we don't need to care about the photo etch for this right now. Like, if I look here and we look here, those two parts are identical. Okay? That's probably where identical stops, to be honest with you. Because if I dig out that part right there, they look to be scaled the same, and you put them on top of each other, they are. Okay? But you'll start noticing there are some differences here and there. The Force Awakens Falcon and probably the Return of the Jedi Falcon are going to be similar in detail, but this one is probably less detailed, to be honest with you. One of the other major differences you're going to find, no mandibles on this. Look, the mandibles are on that one. Okay? They're fixed in place on this guy and they're not on this guy. I'm pretty sure because that gives the armored look and the worn out look there, and this was a new version of the ship, clean version. Lando apparently didn't abuse it, so it looks clean. The mandibles don't have to be separate. So that'll be one of the big differences here. The other difference is this little shuttle thing that they ditch in the middle of the movie. Okay? And the back deck is nowhere near as detailed. I mean, you can see the difference right there. Look at the difference between the two. This is the Force Awakens version. This is the Solo version. And you're missing an awful lot of that detail. Han Solo said he modified the ship heavily. Yep. There's a lot of modifications here. The cockpit still seats 4. The cockpit still looks pretty much the same. You can see it right there. This is a fairly detailed ship. I'm not used to seeing thrusters. We got some thrusters that look like they did some side molding on them. Slide molding, whatever. We got some thrusters on there. And you can see the molding on the side there where they had a bar that went in, a pin that went in and molded that way. Okay? And you can see there are a lot of differences between this ship and the Force Awakens ship. And the base is in 2 panels and it's kind of large. And you get water slides and stickers. Let's take a look at the directions. Okay? All in all, you have 2 sprues for the base, 2 sprues for the main body of the ship, 1 sprue of effects parts, 2 sprues of body part, 4 sprues of body parts. Okay? Sprue count on the other one. You have 1 sprue for base, 2 sprues for bodies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sprues for extra parts. So it looks to me like the Force Awakens model is far more detailed. Just saying, and I bet most of you are not surprised by that at all. Okay, so I can put that one back up on the shelf. Let's take a look here at the directions. Okay. Part English, part Japanese, so they do plan on selling it. Just like all Bandai kits, you have a sprue map. Okay. And then you have the part build out. You're going to build the cockpit first, and then the body tube. And then you start putting the main body together. Okay. Now, this one has an interior. You can see parts of the interior there. Has removable panels for the interior. I didn't notice that on the body, so it is there. Let me move this. It's going to be right there. You're going to have a hatch you remove right there so we can see part of the interior. And it's only a little bit of the interior, and it's right there. Okay. And oh, it looks like there's more of the interior than that. Nope, there is just that right there. Okay. And then you put your side panels on. Down here. Over here, you're doing more side panels and you're building up body. Okay. More side panels. And then you have some choices on the engine. You can put the clear blue part. And it came with gray parts, so you can build it either way. It comes with an optional lighting kit. I wouldn't use that if it was me. That lighting kit isn't all that expensive. It's like $10. But I don't know how effective it really is at lighting the engines without hot spots, because the LEDs are going to produce hot spots if you're not careful. And it comes with a mounting kit in the model already for the lights, so you could use it to mount your own LEDs, and it's not too hard to do LEDs. On top of that, I would rather USB power this thing instead of using batteries and just run the USB cable through the stand. That's just me. I'm going to start USB powering all my model kits. I'm working on Han Solo and Carbonite and getting him done, and I'm going to USB power that, so you'll get a tutorial on that. More body parts to finish up the body panels, and it doesn't look like we have the little shovel handle things on the back of the engine like I would expect. And here it is telling you how to route the LED to light the cockpit. Okay. On the next page, you're putting that flattened out radar dish on there, which I think would be pointless. I don't understand. The radar dish has always been a mystery to me on the Falcon. We're not going to get into that. We have a rear hatch panel, landing gear panel. I don't think it comes with landing gear. It just panels to cover the landing gear bays. Okay. Then you have this weird little shuttle that goes on the front, and it's detachable. And you can have it on there or off. And the stand supports either on or off with the shuttle. Okay. And then the little engine bells we were talking about go on the back of the shuttle. So it looks like they can be on there when the shuttle is... Nope, you detach it, you put the engine bell on, and then you put it on. You can't attach the shuttle with the engine bell on, it looks like. Okay? Then over in here, you're building the extra support for the stand for the shuttle as it comes off. You have effect parts that go in the laser cannons. You have the hatch that covers it, and the effect part on the bottom laser cannon down here. And on the back, you have your marking guide and your painting guide. Okay? And I don't remember, so I'm going to take one more look. It came with markings for all the blue marks that go on the ship. And I've tried to use these Bandai stickers repeatedly. I don't like them, and I will not use them anymore. They're far too thick. The water slide decals are probably fine. There's a look at the Lando Falcon, and it's not heavily weathered like the Millennium Falcon is, so it wouldn't be too hard to build, just lightly weathering it. And you can tell from the photo right there, it doesn't have all the pipe work the normal Falcon does. Okay, so there you go. There's a look at 3 different model kits from Bandai, all recently across the Pacific from Japan. And I hope you enjoyed. I know this video is a little long. One thing I wanted to show you, though, before we go, at the end, is I've been doing some artwork with the daughters. Okay? The eldest did this one. The one I did is here. Now, the eldest, when I look at this, I think fire. Both of the daughters, the eldest and the middle one, told me that reminds them of the ocean. Okay? And my youngest one, my younger one, not the youngest one's 1. She's not going to be doing any of this. A little too young yet for doing paintwork or anything. Give her a couple of years. I'll have her in here. She did this one right here. Okay? You can tell she did it because she did some hand painting over there. Now, you might ask yourself, how did we do these? Because they look pretty neat and they're pretty intricate. Basically, all you do is you take some acrylic paints, and these are the paints we're using. Pour some in a cup, half paint, half water. I did 3 different colors in 3 different cups, and I poured them all in 1 cup, squirted a little bit of gold paint in there, poured it on the canvas, and let it dry. It was a really simple art project that gives some really interesting results like this. I really like how this one came out. Okay? So it's a real simple, easy artwork project to do. I got the idea from some YouTube videos. They weren't using paint. They were using resin to coat tabletops. And I thought for a minute, why can't I use some paint to do this? So we did it with paint. And I probably shouldn't be telling secrets because I could probably find something like this in an art gallery selling for like, who knows, $2,000. And we did it in 10 minutes with some paint and some plastic cups. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I am going to go downstairs and get this video uploaded so everyone can see it pretty quickly. And take care of some chores. I will talk to you all later.